Throughout his all-too-short life, he demonstrated a love for the two things that ought to matter more to all of us than anything else: his love of his family and his love of his...
There was music.
Keep it home among the country with lots of coffee. A sheep or two, like a kangaroo, a bullseye up the back, a bullseye up the back.
And celebrity tributes.
My hand, my heart, Stephen. My friend.
But no words were more emotional than those from his family, his father Bob.
Please don't grieve for Steve. He's at peace now. But I'd like you to grieve for the animals.
His 8-year-old daughter, Bindi.
I don't want Daddy's passion to ever end. I want to help endangered wildlife just like he did. I had the best daddy in the whole world, and I will miss him every day.
The one voice that wasn't heard from was Steve's widow, Terry. She sat silent, her children on her lap. Since her husband's death, she has not spoken publicly. That is, until now. How are you getting through this?
1 minute at a time, sometimes an hour at a time, with great faith, with great determination.
Faith in what?
I have tremendous faith in God, that all things happen for a reason, even if we don't understand. But most of all, I have 2 beautiful children, and they really are my strength.
When we come back, a love of adventure and a passionate love story.
When I got my new H3, I customized it. I got the marker lamps, the chrome, the rims, brush guard, but I couldn't stop there.
If you just mention constipation to your doctor, he may suggest fiber and laxatives. But if you really talk to him about all of your recurring symptoms, he may prescribe something different. Because symptoms that keep coming back may be chronic constipation. And prescription Zelnorm is approved to treat the multiple symptoms of chronic constipation that may be caused by a slow-moving digestive system. Only Zelnorm helps coordinate the nerves, muscles, and fluid in the GI tract. You should not take Zelnorm if you have a history of diarrhea, kidney, liver, or gallbladder disease, intestinal blockage, or adhesions. If you get new or worse abdominal pain, blood and stool, bad diarrhea, or diarrhea with cramping, fainting, or dizziness, stop taking Zelnorm and tell your doctor.
I told my doctor about my abdominal discomfort, bloating, and constipation, and asked about Zelnorm.
Zelnorm. Relief can start by asking.
Critics across America are raving. Flyboys is exhilarating. It's a thrill a minute that keeps you on the edge of your seat. It's a big screen wonder not to be missed. Flyboys, rated PG-13, now playing.
Part of you wants relief from the turmoil of menopausal symptoms. Part of you doesn't know how to get it. Visit nomenopause.com because part of you isn't clear on the differences between non-prescription and prescription medications. All of you wants to learn what works. Check out nomenopause.com.
I have not had it up to here with you, young lady.
Why do you insist on treating me like an adult?
Because you insist on acting like one. Now you're getting this new phone.
But it's so small. I really like it. Why is it always what I want?
Well, do you have any idea how much money this is not going to cost me?
I love you.
I know you really mean that.
You never hated me, and you never will.
You are the most grateful little...
Singular is changing the conversation about cell phones. Introducing the newest Go Phone. Pick your plan or pay as you go, and get all you need to make everybody happy. Singular, raising the bar.
Dips from Edie's, the bite-sized ice cream snack. Munch 'em.
Adopt them. Have fun with them. Dibs, the next little thing in ice cream.
You must have seen my handcuffs. That's how they made me as a cop. Nobody gets hurt.
We were in there for 52 hours.
The 9 premieres next Wednesday after the season premiere of Lost, only on ABC.
Again from Australia Zoo, in Queensland, Australia, Barbara Walters.
The sight of kangaroos at Steve Irwin Zoo is a fitting reminder of his life. There was always something new to do, another trip to take, another animal adventure. Steve Irwin was fueled by enthusiasm. It showed as he wrestled his last crocodile just 3 days before his death.
Come on, baby. Tug him, run him to death roll.
This is exclusive footage never before televised, shot on what would become Steve's final croc hunt.
When he was in with those crocodiles, all he wanted to do was show you and convince you why you should love them.
What a good boy, what a good kisser.
He just absolutely loved crocodiles.
Why did he love crocodiles, Terry? It's a little weird.
But you know how he saw them? Not as weird, he saw them as dinosaurs. He saw them as the most amazing animals.
He wasn't trying to wrangle them.
No.
He was trying to save them from extinction.
Absolutely.
Let's go back a bit. How did you meet? Take us back to that first time you saw Steve Irwin.
It was amazing. It was scripted. It was October 6th, 1991. It was a Sunday, and I was visiting Australia with friends. And
you came from Eugene, Oregon.
I came from Oregon, and Australia was just this magical place so far away. And I went into this little reptile park when Steve was doing a crocodile show, coincidentally. And when he was talking about catching smaller crocodiles, he'd say, you go out on the river at night in the dinghy, you idle the boat in close enough, jump off the bow, grab them around the neck, tuck their tail between your legs and hang on. The crocodile will struggle for a while, then you flip him into the boat and you got him, mate. It's a piece of cake. And I was absolutely floored. That was it. This man was a real-life hero. I fell then and there. Love at first sight, not a problem. I said to my friend, I've got to meet this guy. We went up and met. I introduced myself and said, can I please just have a picture with you? And I was gushing, and I felt like such a tourist. And we did a big cheesy photo together. And I thought, I just want to talk to him more. So after the show, we got to talking. And you know, I had this sensation of wanting to build a campfire and just sit down and hear stories. Just about this man's adventures and life and what he was doing for wildlife and what he believed in. And he was so passionate and honest and he just bared himself to me as if we'd known each other forever.
When you met Steve, did you ask if he was married?
You know, I couldn't believe he wasn't. When I first met him, I wasn't sure if he was married or not, but he didn't seem to be. He seemed to be talking to me like he kind of liked me too. And I think it was kind of funny because he told me right off the bat that he had a girlfriend. And I was a little bit devastated, and then he whistled and he said, come here, Sue. And I thought, this is really odd. And then here came this little dog. And he said, this is Suey, this is me girlfriend, and introduced me to his little dog, who hated me instantly. She must have known there was an attraction because she was terribly aloof with me and wanted nothing to do with me. And I thought then, oh, this guy is just, this is the one for me.
9 months after you met, you got married. Went back to Oregon and got married.
When he asked me to get married, I didn't know it, but he was kind of testing me to see if I could put up with everything. So I came to visit in January. It's January of '92. And he said, do you want to come see crocodile territory? So he took me up north to this beautiful river system that's terribly remote. And he said, this is where I survey crocodiles. I check their numbers, I make sure there's still viable nesting sites, that the ecosystem is very healthy. And when we went up there, it was the most magical place on earth. In the daytime, it was beautiful. But at night, these huge fruit bats would come out, and the mangroves and melaleuca trees would look mysterious and eerie in the dark, and we'd spot crocodiles, and a million bugs would come out and fly through our spotlight, fly down my shirt, in my mouth, in my hair, and then the insectivorous bats came down, and they would hunt the insects right in front of me, and you'd spot the eye shine of this giant crocodile, and instead of going away from it, Steve would idle towards it. Stinking hot, humid, unbelievable tropics. It was the most beautiful trip ever. And then, at the end of the day, feeling like I was in a movie, Steve would say to me, oh, if you want to have a tub, we'll just wash off the mud here. And while we were rinsing off, I noticed he kept edging around in front of me, very strangely. And finally I said to him, what are you doing? And he said, well, I caught the big male crocodile out of here a few months ago, but just in case another's taken his place, I want to keep between you and the water. And I thought that was so sweet, that he would put his life on the line to make sure I was comfortable and didn't get eaten by a crocodile. Isn't that nice? So then we came back to Australia Zoo, and he had some work to do. He was always working. 10 o'clock at night, he'd put out floodlights so he could keep working. And we'd been working together on a project, and he sat down under this beautiful fig tree. And that's when, I guess he thought it over and thought I'd pass the test. And he said, so do you want to get married? And I thought, you know, I'm on vacation. I'm with this wonderful man, but I have a career, I have a house, I have a wildlife rehabilitation organization, I have my family and my friends and my home in America. And all this went through my mind in an instant, and somewhere this little voice said, yes.
Steve said that he was never as scared as the day he got married.
Absolutely. It's the only time I've ever seen him afraid. And Steve was just overwhelmed. He'd never stood up in front of that many people before. He had sweat dripping off his fingers. He was visibly shaking. It was really hard for him to get through it. And after we did, and once we were married, then we found out there was a crocodile that was in danger of being shot, that poachers were after a particular croc. And we had a choice, a traditional honeymoon or coming back to Australia to help this croc. And Steve said, what do you want to do? And I said, let's go. And that's how it started. That was the beginning. And it was the adventure of a lifetime. And I am so blessed. And if I had to do it all over again, even knowing how it ended, I would in a minute.
You've lost him and you feel you were blessed?
I feel I was so blessed. I had the best 14 years. I had a wonderful 14 years, 2 beautiful children, and just a romance like I didn't think existed anymore. A wonderful, wonderful romance. And he was passionate and determined and enthusiastic and all of those things. And some of the things that made me crazy, like his desire to do everything now. He had a real sense of urgency with his life. And no 5-year business plan. If you've got plans, we'll do them now. And sometimes it was a little hard to keep up with him.
Do you think that because his life was so full of danger, that maybe he knew that it wasn't going to be a long life?
Oh, absolutely. He talked about it often, but it wasn't because of any danger from wildlife. That was never a consideration. He just felt life could be dangerous.
His mother had been killed in a car accident.
Yes, and that really shattered him. And he understood how fragile life could be. And I think that's why he felt that.
When we come back, a family without secrets.
It's a little girl.
It's a girl?
And a zoo without bars.
There he goes. Isn't that beautiful?
Next.
If you have moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis, your vocabulary may change.
I've got my enthusiasm back.
I'm enjoying things again.
And it's because of Enbrel.
Even with RA, my energy's back.
For real patients like these, Enbrel has been proven to reduce the pain, stiffness, and fatigue of moderate to severe RA and kept joint damage from getting worse. Enbrel may lower your ability to fight infections such as an open sore or the flu, so don't start it if you have one. Tell your doctor if you're prone to them or if you've been treated for heart failure or if you experience persistent fever, bruising, bleeding, or paleness while on Enbrel. Serious, sometimes fatal events including infections, lymphoma, nervous system, and blood disorders have occurred. Common side effects included injection site reaction, infection, and headache.
I never envisioned doing this again.
Envision your possibilities. Ask your rheumatologist about prescription Enbrel.
Out of ink?
Yeah, don't worry. The ink fairy will come tonight and leave us $3.
Or you could just use the easy button.
Like that's real.
Get $3 off your total purchase with every empty HP, Lexmark, and Dell cartridge. Staples, that was easy.
How old am I?
I'll never tell.
Lots of things can give away your age, even the color of your teeth. So whiten yours with Crest White Strips Renewal. The age-defying strips remove up to 20 years of your toughest stains, letting you keep your age all to yourself.
Inside that helicopter's remote control is something familiar, a battery. And if you think all batteries are the same, consider this. When an AirLife Denver helicopter takes off, it's always a matter of life and death. And when any of their critical equipment depends on a battery, AirLife trusts Duracell. So whether you're saving someone's life or simply making someone's day, it just has to work. Duracell, trusted everywhere.
I want to wear something different, Mom, she said. Okay, a little independence. I'm all for that. Besides, what goes on the tummy, not nearly as important as what goes in it.
I love your hat.
Betty Suarez?
Hi, you may have heard my name.
Betty.
Betty!
To my coworkers, I'm Betty the Ugly.
Oh my God.
Killer Poncho.
Thanks. To my family, well, I'm just Betty.
This career is Betty's dream.
And what do I think of myself? You are an attractive, confident businesswoman.
Feel the rain on your... This season, Ugly is the new beautiful. Ugly Betty premieres tomorrow at 8/7 Central, only on ABC.
Next Wednesday, starting at 9/8 Central, 2 of the season's most electrifying dramas are here. This is ABC Wednesday. They fought to survive. Now they'll live to escape.
Tell me where my friends are!
Lost is back. Followed by the best new show this fall.
Hurry! This will all be over in 5 minutes.
The 9. Only they know what happened in there. The season premiere of Lost, followed by the series premiere of The 9. Next Wednesday, starting at 9/8 Central, only on ABC.
It was the episode that raised a storm of controversy around the crocodile hunter. Was Steve Irwin putting his baby at risk?
And people said, how could he endanger his little boy?
Now his son is growing up without his father.
Just the other night, he got the screwdriver out of the drawer. He said, I'm fixing the motorbike so Daddy can drive it in heaven.
That's coming up next. And coming up Friday on 2020, an hour about men, women, and the differences between them. It's bigger than sex. This special edition of 2020 continues after this from our ABC stations.
Local live coverage is on News Center 5 at 11.
An arrest in the Route 49 attacks. Police tell News Center 5 the reason why they'll continue to step up patrols even though they have a suspect.
Paving over a local paradise.
Winthrop is ready to take a bulldozer to this garden. Some say it's wrecking beauty, others say it's protecting little leaguers.
Flu season is approaching. The new guidelines for the flu vaccine.
Who can still get the shot? It's all on News Center 5 at 11 tonight. See you then.
To help make sure my patients' mouths are at their healthiest, I usually check all these areas. Ordinary toothpastes only protect some of them. Now, for the first time, there's a toothpaste, Crest Pro Health, that protects them all.
Introducing new Crest Pro Health, the first, the only all-in-one toothpaste to protect all these areas dentists check most for a healthy smile.
No other toothpaste provides the same all-in-one protection.
New Crest Pro Health, healthy, beautiful smiles for life.
At the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee.
Here's our comfort counselor, Mitchell Mahoney.
Mr. Mahoney is doing his community service with us here today.
Hey, you were at Nationals. Remember me?
I only remember the top 10.
Mr. Barfi, your word is Hassenpfeffer.
Why, yes, of course. A highly seasoned rabbit stew, often served with sour cream.
That is correct.
I know!
Come meet the spellers at Spelling Bee, coming to you direct from Broadway.
I want real designer names, not made-up ones.
I buy the must-have jeans for prices you never see at the mall. I never have to wait for a sale.
Talk about value?
TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx.
What pedophiles don't want you to know. Tomorrow's Oprah.
Koalas are synonymous with Australia. They are cute and cuddly and endangered. From koalas to crocodiles and everything in between, animals were paramount in Steve Irwin's life. But first came his family.